over that Christ is black, right? You understand that, right? So why is it important that you should know Christ is black? Huh? Because they lied about it, but there's more to it. So let me ask you something. You guys are Mexican, right? Give me some Mexican heroes that you know about. You don't know no Mexican heroes, right? So you got skateboards. What made you want to pick up a skateboard?
Just because I just watch a lot of skate videos.
You watch a lot of skate videos, and you see people like Tony Hawk, Bob Burnquist, one of these big old skateboarders. I know there's some new ones. Back in my day, Tony Hawk was one of the hottest dude skateboarders. But when you look at those skateboarders, do they look like you? No. So what they show you, the greatest man on the face of the planet is the greatest hero or the greatest role model that you should be looking after. That's Revelation chapter 19, verse 16. Because you grow up looking up to people who look nothing like you, right? Who have nothing to do with your heritage, who can care nothing about Hispanic problems, right? Give me that Revelation chapter 19, verse 16.
The book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 16. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh.
So that he is talking about Jesus Christ, which is the black man that he just read to you out of the Bible. Right. Let's see what he had on his vesture. Read.
A name written. King of Kings.
So Christ is the King of Kings.
That's right.
That's somebody you should be looking up to. Right. Because you want to be a king on the earth. You don't want to be another skateboarder. Skateboarders that run around, they break their bones all day trying to do tricks. King of Kings means you ruling the earth. Christ was a King of Kings, and he came from your lineage. He is something of a role model that you should be looking up to be. Not going up to where you can see how I can do a ollie or a 360 nollie. None of that. None of that has no profit to you. But being a king on the earth, that has more profit than that skateboard. Read.
And Lord of Lords.
So you have the same blood lineage tied to you to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Do you got older brothers?
Yeah.
So when you growing up, you look up to your older brother, right?
Yeah.
All right. So your older brother is Jesus Christ, right, the King of Kings and Lords of Lords. That's somebody that you can look up to. Give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 48, because it goes back to the mindset that we were taught to look up to people who look nothing like us and hate and don't care nothing about our struggles. Because if I ask you, what are so-called skateboarders doing for the kids that get taken from their parents at the border? They're doing nothing for them. What are they doing to help you guys as far as when you got so-called Hispanics working on the side at Home Depot trying to get jobs, but they could barely make enough to be able to spend for a shack that they're living together? I know you know a lot of Hispanic families where they live off of frijoles. What are the skateboarders doing for that? They're not doing nothing for that because they care nothing for your people. Right. You were taught your whole life to live and be like people who care nothing about you. And that comes from this right here, Deuteronomy 28, verse 48.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore, thou shalt serve thy enemies.
So Gabe, my bad, bro. That's the bond. God said that we will have to serve our enemies. Your enemy is a person who stole a land, which is California, took it from you, and say that you are illegal aliens when you try to come back in it. That is an enemy who takes all your resources for you, kills off your people, and tells you that you are spits. Right. That you are rapists or murderers. Our enemy does this. Therefore, you have to serve your enemy for what?
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things.
So it says in want of all things, meaning your own mindset and your role models who you look up to. You will have to serve your enemies for that. You will look at your enemy as the best thing on the face of the world, and you will strive to want to be like him versus the man who's going to be King of Kings and Lords of Lords. Right. So you got to understand that the lifestyle, what he's showing you is that you have ties to the greatest man on the face of the planet, and you have a role model and an idol that you can be able to follow that can show you how to rule the planet. Right.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed, but at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone, 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.